Where is it? Where's the music? While I'm standing up, I want the music to play. I promise you, we need to crucify all ball game players. Anybody who plays solely gun and ball games, we need to put every last one of them individuals on a crucifix right now. What do you mean 16 years after the last NCAA basketball game, EA Sports is bringing back the madness? See, the other week, I remember I reacted to a video of Stoney the Great saying that the reason why we don't have a lot of variety in the sports game scene is because that we don't have a lot of variety in the sports game scene. And I argued the reason for that was because people weren't buying those games previously. And I also argue that we don't need any more gun ball games. You motherfuckers ain't gonna get off that one gun ball game. And if you do just so happen to get off that one gun ball game, it's gonna be on to another gun ball game that you're just gonna play for a week and go back. What do you mean they're bringing back NCAA basketball? This is not what we want. You know what we want? We want a modern day rendition of something like NFL Street. Oh, they did that. It's called 3-on-3 freestyle. You know what happened? They filled it with microtransactions. Nobody plays that shit. We want them to bring back NFL Street. Oh, they did that. You know what happened? Nobody played it because the game didn't fucking work. I tried to boot it up on stream. Shit crashed on me immediately. I don't even remember what it was called. But now they are bringing back NCAA basketball. And, ooh. 2K niggas. 2K niggas. Y'all complain every year that 2K is getting more and more worse. If this game is just as microtransaction riddled and filled as 2K, y'all better get off 2K and play this because it's new. Let there be some competition in the basketball game space. Please, I'm begging you. I'm on my knees, mouth open like I'm ready for something to get put in it. Please, bro. Please get off of NBA 2K. But let's read a little bit further, see if there's any other interesting details. I probably not. Bring the madness, let's run it back. Oh, that's it? That's the whole tweet? Cool, now we could talk about a game or like some gaming news I actually give a little bit of a fuck about. They're coming back with a new gunball game. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, apparently, oh wait, I might need a bad timing music for this, so I'm gonna keep it on standby. But apparently this game that I've been hearing a lot about, The Alters, has generative AI in it. And let me watch a trailer on this game if they don't have one on this page. Okay, here's the launch trailer. Let me watch the trailer of this game and see what this game is about, because I remember hearing a lot about this game for like the last couple weeks, but I had no interest to check it out. So let's see if this game looks like it's even worth checking out now, knowing that it has AI art in it. Looks like another generic space game. It looks cool, but what the gameplay like? Oh, is this the game where they had the feature where it was somewhat like a game within a game?
You were always one of us.
Yeah. Okay, I remember this shit.
Exciting.
This looks cool, but
was never anything.
if I get it for free at some point, I'll play it. I'll see if I could get a free key for it. If not, I don't care.
You're still making it about yourself.
But yeah, now that I remember this game, and I remember like when I initially saw this game, it looked like a cool idea. Let's read into it. The Alters launched on the 13th of June to mostly positive reviews. But the discourse began this past weekend when players began sharing their discoveries of AI prompts for background flavor text as well as translated subtitles. For the translated subtitles, I would prefer a human do it, but I could understand them using AI instead. One Blue Sky post makes sense that it's on Blue Sky, because on Blue Sky they would catch some shit like this, showed a screenshot of a computer display with generic science text accompanied by a prompt reading, "Sure, here's a revised version focusing purely on scientific and astronomical data." Yeah, astronomical. I thought I read that wrong for a second. Other players found the localization of various languages has clear evidence of being generated using AI due to bizarre or outright incorrect translations, or simply displayed similar AI prompts. Let's see this one example. Why? Open link in new tab. Let's see. Let me determine for myself if this looks AI, even though they already made it. Clara, o texto tren. I don't speak Spanish that damn well. I don't speak Spanish well enough to know. Oh, it's a long ass thread. Well, that's disappointing. What the fuck is with this studio thinking AI is fine only for the icons? If they're not important, why have them at all? If they're important, then pay your artists. I feel like that's a fair take, because like, we're not talking about some indie person who just wants to make a quick stupid picture. We're talking about a whole business corporation with millions and millions of dollars that has artists on payroll. Why not use your employees' skills? And ain't that what you hired them for? Because like, if y'all are not understanding, this is like, you run a restaurant, let's say McDonald's, and you go out and buy a bunch of ice cream machines and they don't work. And instead of, I don't know, fixing the fucking ice cream machine, you said, fuck it, we're gonna take out some buckets, we're gonna get the cream, we're gonna get the milk, and we're gonna get the flavoring powder and the little chunks or whatever. So like, for the cherry ice cream, the chunks of cherry, for the strawberry, the chunks of strawberry, and we're gonna make the ice cream by hand. Well, then why the fuck did you buy an ice cream machine if you was just gonna make it by hand? You know, like that, like that's what it feels like. It feels like just a bizarre choice. There's more damning evidence in the game, but it's all background stuff that you have to go out of your way for. But yeah, the article did mention it was flavor text, so I wouldn't see a problem with this as long as it's just background stuff that's just supposed to be there just to be there. There's text crawls where you can still see the AI prompt responses before it produces a bunch of science jargon. Wild that they've dodged discourse, all things considered. I can understand being mad at this for the simple fact it's like, yo, you got like the same point they made with this. If you have all these artists on payroll, fuck is you using AI writers for? You got a bunch of writers on payroll. But sure, I can't. Well, we read about that part. What else? That's a translation error that I can't really help with, and that's the end of it. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. Sure, the text translated to Brazilian Portuguese is every conversation two people can have, right? So honestly, a beautiful game, but I don't get why the devs feel it was necessary to use generative AI. Reads on negative Steam reviews. The icons for Earth's calls seem to use AI or concept art refurbished through AI. Flavor text on one of the displays, we just read that. The other big sticking point is 11-bit's lack of transparency regarding its use of AI. In terms of how I feel about that, I don't know how I feel about them not disclosing that they used AI in their game, because from my point of view, I can understand why some people wouldn't like the use of AI, but if you really sit here and critically think and get the pay artists, blah, 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 talking points from out your ass and really sit there and think about it, them using AI, like, yes, I understand that it affects the environment and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, their job is to produce a product of a certain quality. How does this negatively affect the quality of the game besides the translation one? The translation one I can understand, and I think translation should always be done by a human, because it is very difficult to translate messages accurately from one language to another, because most of the time languages have different rules. Even within like similar language like Portuguese and Spanish, there are certain subtle rules and linguistic nuances that are different. There are also certain culturistic things that are extremely hard to translate to a culture where somebody doesn't understand it. Like, for example, I remember there was a social distancing joke in the Min trailer for Masahiro Sakurai, and that us Americans, we didn't get that joke because in the translated version they changed the joke, because over here in America we didn't have a bunch of memes about that social distancing joke or whatever that they had over there. Like, social distancing, what? It was something like that. But in America, that meme wasn't big, popular by any means. So it wouldn't have made sense to translate that directly. So they translated it in a way to where we could still understand the joke, but it wasn't relying on a meme. Translations like that, a machine can't do. A machine is just gonna say, for example, from going to English to Spanish, they're gonna say, I see the word mommy, I'ma translate it from mommy to madre. But for example, let's say in this context, we're saying somebody just got stepped on by a beautiful woman and he said mommy. To translate that directly to madre in Spanish wouldn't really make sense, because that's the term for somebody who is like your actual mother, not somebody who you see in a light of somebody that is like good looking, beautiful, and you're saying step on me, dominate me, or whatever. Like certain things like that a human could only do. A machine, again, they're not gonna be able to understand context. Talking about the machinery we have now, because always remember, with technology, this is the worst it will ever be. But with the mommy thing, like that's somebody who understands English speaking culture, the cultural norms of that English speaking place, would have to understand that to properly be able to translate that. The Alter Steam page did not disclude this disclaimer. Generative AI use is not acceptable, reads another Steam user. Again, I think a lot of this stems from a place of you know about it, so you feel bad about it. In a few years, I'm not saying it's right necessarily, but when this AI gets better and better to the point to where you won't even notice it unless the devs come out and say it, and business-wise, what the fuck incentive do they have to come out and say it? Because look at what happened when they don't come out and say it and you discover it. Niggas jumping down their throat, dicking down their throat, review bombing and shit like that. So in the future, when they use AI, what is their incentive to say it? And even if they have no bad track record with the game, let's say everything's going on perfect with the game and I use AI in my game, why the fuck would I say something if there's no rules saying that I should, if this is how you niggas react to AI? So just some food for thought. Like, I can see why people don't like it, like I said, for certain nuances, but for shit like icons and stuff like that, like hold on, is this a call or alarm? For shit like flavor text and stuff like that, like, bro, y'all notice because they fucked up, not because it was noticeable. Undisclosed generative AI is even less so. I would not have purchased with this information, and I will not be buying from 11-bit again. Today, 11-bit has shared a lengthy response. What is that? Why does it fucking... I don't understand why it goes to the page instead of opens it in a new tab. Anyway, let's see what their response is. We've seen a wide range of accusations regarding the use of AI-generated content in the alters, and we feel it's important to clarify our approach and give more context. Gotta read all this shit. Hold on. We gotta get the sad music out, because this is technically sad music, but we need some sadder. We've seen a wide range of accusations regarding the use of AI-generated content in the alters, and we feel it's important to clarify our approach and give you more context. AI-generated assets were used strictly as temporarily WIP, which for those of you dumb niggas who don't know nothing about this, that means work in progress, during the development process and in a very limited manner. Our team has always prioritized meaningful handcrafted storytelling as one of the foundations of our game. During production, an AI-generated text for a graphic asset, which was meant to be a piece of background texture, was used by one of our GDs, No Gangsta's Disciples, as a placeholder. This shit wasn't supposed to make it in a full game. This was never supposed to leave the drafts. Unfortunately, due to an internal oversight, this single placeholder text was mistakenly left in the game. We've since conducted a thorough review and confirmed that this was an isolated case. This was an isolated case as for what you caught us with. Also, when it comes to very, very minute things like this, you always got to keep in mind, it's very difficult to find something like this on purpose. Very easy to find it on accident. Because one thing about like playtesting games and whatnot, you always have to remember is that playtesters will always find all the weird shit and basically square hole your game. Which, if you remember that meme, which block does this, which hole did this block go in? That's right, the square hole, where there was different holes and shapes on there and they put all the blocks in the square hole because they could all fit in the square hole. Yeah, that's game development 101. You can't find all the glitches and problems in your game because eventually somebody's gonna square hole the shit out of your game and find it for you. It is what it is. But at the same time, you niggas is sad you got caught. Actually, I don't even need to read any further. They said, hey, we left that shit in by mistake, gang. Wait, what? In addition to that, a few licensed movies that the authors can watch in the social area of the base were added at the final stage of development. While those were externally produced, our team was not involved in the creative process, and these are required additional last-minute translations. Due to extreme time constraints, we chose not to involve our translation partners and had these videos localized using AI to have them ready on launch. Nah, what that nigga said? A delayed game is eventually good. A bad game that's bad on release is just forever bad. So I mean, that pretty much sums up the situation. My feelings on it, to like summarize it in one statement, I don't really think it's the end of the fucking world if they're not capping and if they don't show repeated signs of doing this over and over, more and more, trying to shove more AI generation in their game. I am a fan of, number one, you're a multi-billion-dollar company, pay your fucking artists, but real is real. When you're talking to companies, you got to talk about what they can and can't get away with. They can get away with AI art after a certain point, after a certain degree. What you can't get away with is like stuff in the background, leaving the prompts in the background, or like leaving it in the code and stuff like that. And also for translations. I know AI translations seem cool, but don't. No, wake them niggas up. Wake your ass up. Charlemagne in the morning. Make the motherfuckers hit the button on their phone to say decline or reject or whatever. Make them get the fuck up, because like translation is not something that could be well handled by a machine. Like even in previous years, when you translate something with Google Translate, it would be barely accurate. But you want to know something else that's barely accurate? Matter of fact, I go so far as to say inaccurate. It's the words of Nintendo niggas. Oh, don't think I don't got this smoke for you. Hey, Nintendo niggas. Remember when y'all said, oh, hey, the Switch ain't gonna have nothing on release. We not buying it. Then the Nintendo Switch broke records for selling the most consoles in like 3 days in a weekend. Now, they said, oh, so y'all really gonna buy anything we do? Raise the price of an 8-year-old console. Raise the price of an 8-year-old console. They ass gonna buy it, and I bet you Canadian niggas gonna buy it. Matter of fact, I'm playing the wrong music right now. Nintendo fans, this your theme song. This your theme song, Nintendo fans. Y'all said y'all wasn't gonna buy the Switch. Y'all said y'all wasn't gonna get duped. Y'all said y'all wasn't gonna get finessed, bamboozled. They upping the price on you fuck niggas because they know you gonna buy it. I feel like an elder. Like I seen memes like a little while ago, and I thought it was just gonna be memes. But they were saying that at prior points of gaming history, the older a console became, the longer it was on the market, the cheaper it got. Because people wanted it less and were looking towards a new console more. Tommy showed me that that's a damn lie. I remember in 2020, I had a friend that was getting ready to buy a PS4. I told him, why would you do that to yourself? The PlayStation 5 is about to come out very soon. Guess what they brought? They brought a PS4 in 2020. That hurts to say. But Nintendo niggas, This is looking sad. Y'all need to get it the fucking together. This is looking sad. This is looking scary. This is getting spooky. Nintendo disrespecting y'all fuck niggas at this point. The Switch launched in 2017 for $300. It's now 2025 and it's still $300. So the Switch launched in 2017 money for $300. It is now 2017 at 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in case you need the visualization. It's been 8 years. They raised this console price up and it's been out for 8 years. But let's go further. 2017, $300. Let's see. 2017, $300 worth today. So, wait, where is it? Oh no, that's 350. 300. Calculate. So, my dumb ass didn't see this. So, if you would have brought a Nintendo Switch for $300 in 2017, that is equivalent to spending $393. You could round that up to $400. So you niggas is essentially paying $400 for an 8-year-old console that was underpowered when it came out. I gotta play clown music again. Cause I don't know no other fandom that would do this shit. I don't. Cause PS4 niggas at least have their console for 100 summers. It's gonna have roaches in the back. They gonna have to put an ice pack in it. They gonna have to hang that bitch out the window by the power cord. But they gonna have that shit until the PS6 come out when they get a PS5. Switch users, Nintendo niggas, they buying 13 Switches. And it's not even because they're a collector getting the special editions. I have it. Let's keep reading because you Nintendo niggas is sickening. Yes, the company made the very weird ominous decision to tease upcoming price change to the nearly decade-old handheld. This shit is old enough to go to what? 6 is pre-K, so 7, 8. This shit is a second grader. Second grader. This console is a second grader. It keeps getting worse. This console is a second grader. Maybe y'all didn't hear me the first time. This console is a second grader. Let's keep going. Pricing for the original Nintendo Switch family of systems and products in Canada will change based on market conditions, Nintendo wrote in a press release on Monday. These include Nintendo Switch OLED models, Nintendo Switch the OG, and Nintendo Switch Lite. Physical and digital Nintendo Switch games. They raising the price of everything on you fuck niggas. They said we're not just gonna run it up on them with the price of the console. Oh, you wanna buy another controller? We're gonna run that price up too. Oh, games? We're gonna run that price up too. Oh. You wanna buy a Nintendo Switch Lite, the cheaper? Run the price of that up too. You niggas can't go nowhere. Bro, like Nintendo niggas, bro. What's going on? What's going on? Why y'all getting finessed, robbed, and poked in the booty like this? The reference to market conditions, which includes exchange rates, import taxes, and shipping fees, suggests the price is going up, not down. Why only for Canada and not the rest of NA remains to be seen. Because they can, probably. Nintendo went out its way to stress that the Switch 2, currently $450, will not see its price go up. Now. However, Amiibo and Switch Online memberships will be included in the pricing changes. The new Amiibo in the US already jumped to a whopping $30 each. Fans haven't been impressed. I'm not gonna lie, why don't you just stop buying Amiibos? The whole Toys to Life craze is over. I don't know what the fuck you're doing with Amiibos because them shits don't retain value and become resellable. Like 99% of the Amiibo you're buying work in one game. Smash. And then all the other Amiibo, unless they come out for a specific game, don't do shit. So you're literally buying something to put on your shelf hoping that it retains value even though it doesn't. Microsoft bumped the price of the Xbox Series X up. Yeah, they raised the Xbox by $100 in the US. PlayStation raised the price of the PS5. You niggas getting finessed, bro. It's too expensive to buy a PC. I'm just gonna buy another Nintendo Switch. Save up an extra couple paychecks, dog. Anyway, former PlayStation exec says $80 price of games like Mario Kart can be justified by hours and hours played with just one purchase. And I'm gonna say, right here, right now, nigga, shut up. With that same stupid ass logic, I could say, oh wait, hold on. What am I? Oh no, my headphones just glitched out. With that same logic, with that exact same logic, I could say, well, previous Mario Kart games have this level of replayability, and they're like half the price. Those games were $50 and gave me years of fun and replayability. Why this one gotta be $80 to give me years of fun and replayability? Especially because with those ones, I got more. Because I got a physical game that was on the disc. I got a manual that came inside the box. I got a box, and sometimes I got extra little goodies like a DLC gift or a little map or whatever. So back then, for the basic version of the game, that cost less than half of your games right now, I got more. But now you want me to pay more for less, and even more for even less. I look stupid to you? I know my head is sweaty and that because like I'm black and a lot of black people don't go to tattoo artists that understand how to tattoo black skin. You may not be able to tell, but I don't have Boo Boo the Fool written across my fucking forehead, nigga. I don't. So who you think you fooling? Who you think you finessing, finagling, and ankle breaking with this stupid ass take? I'ma read the rest of his take, but as for right now, nigga, shut up, bro. Nigga, shut up. You sound stupid. Former PlayStation, where's the quote? Every game has a different value that it delivers to players. It doesn't have to be that every game has to be at, 70 or 80 because every game is different. Fair, some games are smaller, some games are bigger. When you look at the value that the amount of entertainment a good video game provides, like Mario Kart 8, so many people played hours and hours and hours right with just one purchase. Or maybe, some people paid for additional tracks. So it's really, and that's another thing. They're raising the price of games and then they want us to buy DLC? Launch the game complete, bitch ass nigga. Which provides entertainment that you want to see if it makes sense to pay the price on day one, or some games, mini games, the price that comes down when you wait as well. Shut your stupid ass up. Stop trying to protect your cohort. Shit, that's a goofy ass take. This one is more so a warning advisory. Hey guys, if you don't know where that Discord, if somebody didn't send you that Discord link, or you're not sure that that's an official Discord link, stop clicking it. Stop clicking random links, people, because they're now saying that there's an exploit in Discord where basically, because I read this one already, there's an exploit in Discord where if you send out a link and it expires and somebody changes their server link to that expired link, if they're like partnered and whatnot, and you click it, you can end up going into a server that has a bunch of malware and data theft scams and stuff like that, and a bunch of just data thieves in general that now have your Discord and can send you DMs. So keep that in mind, guys. Stop clicking these random ass fucking links. Check your links before you click them. This one, I don't remember what this is. Oh, this one, another minor update. Windows no longer has a blue screen of death. It's now black. So in cases where your computer with blue screen, it now looks like this. It's just your screen goes all black. This one is another update. This one, I read through this article already. Basically, YouTube is adding a feature. Wait, I don't need this music anymore. YouTube is adding a feature where it'll go through your videos, like certain people's videos, and summarize the video for you so you know what the video is about and if it's worth watching. Which I will say, Younger me wishes this feature existed sooner, because the amount of times I got trolled by videos saying, oh, we're gonna show you how to do XYZ thing in the game, and the real answer be you can't do that in the game without modding it. The amount of time I would have saved with this fucking feature is crazy. And I personally think this is one of the cooler ideas. This is the type of stuff AI should be used for, not trying to replace artists and all that other stupid goofy shit. But anyway, yeah, those are the updates for the day, and we're gonna talk about some fighting game stuff next. Again, if you're not familiar with the way that we do things here, simply reload your tab.